624.
Watch Good Morning Basin from 5 to 7 on ABC Big 2. Live from Midland, Odessa, and Big Spring, this is ABC Big 2 News at 6.
Now at 6, controversy in the schools following calls for certain books to be removed from local school libraries. Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Madeline Bierster. Midland ISD is responding now following this week's school board meeting in which a pastor had confronted members over content that was reportedly being made available to students. Let's take a closer look.
The material in it is just... It could put y'all off the air if it was read.
This book depicts racism, it depicts incest.
This video now going viral. It shows a pastor confronting the Midland ISD school board at a meeting Tuesday night about the book Push.
This needs to be removed tonight.
The pastor was led out of the meeting by Midland ISD police.
Actually, I think the school board meeting went really well. I think one person got blown out of proportion. The theater of the show was more for that person, but the local pastors that were involved was amazing, and the school board and the superintendent were amazing themselves.
The book, Push, is about a New York teen who gets impregnated by her father twice. It was adapted into an on-screen film called Precious. A local woman started to spread the word that the book was in school libraries.
There's a young lady in our community who kind of watches the school district. She taught school for a good number of years, over a couple of decades here in Midland, and noticed this trend and heard about the books and researched to see if indeed those books were in our library, and she found out that many of them were. She actually contacted the librarian here at Legacy High School back in January about these books, to have those books removed because of the pornographic nature.
Midland ISD has confirmed it is working through the legal framework and board policy to review the book. The district released a statement saying, quote, "The book Push by Sapphire was not found in any of the campus libraries, even though the district's online catalog indicates there is one copy at the Midland Freshman High School and a lost copy at Legacy High School." A local pastor for True Light, Roy Smith, spoke on the controversy over books in our local schools.
Not necessarily were the librarians guilty of anything, because I don't think that they even knew at that time that the books were there.
I believe that the school board took us serious. They understood that there were books in their school system that I think they might have been shocked that was there too.
The current guidelines for the district state, quote, "District professional staff shall endeavor to maintain a balanced collection representing various views when selecting instructional resources on controversial issues. Resources shall be chosen to clarify historical and contemporary forces by presenting and analyzing intergroup tension and conflict objectively, placing emphasis on recognizing and understanding social and economic problems," end quote. Local parents tell us they were shocked to hear this book was on the shelves in the first place.
That's not good for anybody, but for our teenagers, it's really not good for them. All the things about sex, mom and dad need to be very involved in their kids' lives. And I think that's a problem in society today. You have mom and dads maybe divorced, maybe both of them working jobs. A lot of teenagers spend a lot of time at home alone, and the internet is not our friend.
Pastor Smith tells us it's a common trend that he's seeing across West Texas.
In school systems, this should not be taught at all. They're there to learn, if you will, for lack of a better phrase, reading, writing, and arithmetic. That's what they're there to learn, not to learn about the issues that destroy children. We have other crisis centers to teach that when that kind of thing comes up. But the family unit is the key.
Across the state, there have been bills to try and prevent this type of material from ending up in school libraries. House Bill 900 requires that book vendors rate library materials as sexually explicit or sexually relevant. Opponents argue that the law violates their constitutional rights by targeting protected speech with its broad and vague language. Some state leaders were disappointed to see that.
I'm talking about graphic detail. Those are the materials that we fought to remove from the school system. We know that their parents are not present in the school system.
The district also added that should anyone in the community find a book that's objectionable in school libraries, they're encouraged to inform administrators in accordance with board policy.